And moving on over to Miss Exquisite. You stated in your messages to us that you considered yourself moderate and traditional, correct?
Yes.
And so you're...
What?
No, not moderate. Are you sure you got that right?
Yeah, you said moderate and traditional. And I'm focusing in here on the traditional. So you said you're traditional.
No, I don't think
You
I
said it.
that.
You said, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I think
my
I
dear.
said I was moderate on all,
No,
on all stance because...
let me pull Miss Exquisite. Let me just
Yeah,
pull it up.
Pull it up.
I'm
pull
pulling-
it up first.
So okay, so in our casting questionnaire, we ask, do you consider yourself feminist? And you state, or no, this was for number 5. We asked your political leanings. You said you were moderate and traditional.
No.
You're from Virginia. You said you were traditional.
Maybe I did put that, but I definitely
but,
didn't mean to put traditional. I definitely mean to put
this
moderate.
Just totally derails.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So you're not traditional.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
There goes hours of reason. No, I'm just
I'm sorry. I definitely
you did
meant
write
to just
it.
put moderate.
Okay, you did write it because
My fault.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know if you meant it, but now you know where I'm going with this, so you're walking back your claims.
No, I really
of
didn't
being
mean to just
traditional.
put moderate because I do have, times where I feel like I can be traditional, but at the same time I'm open to new ideas and new ways of going about things. So that's why I said I'm moderate.
So in some ways you're traditional.
Yeah, in some ways I'm traditional. In some ways I'm,
What ways are the traditional ways?
It depends on what we're talking about.
Well, you
that's
you
fine.
tell
We're talking
us.
about dating? Because I was talking about dating.
Yeah.
Because I thought that's how the questionnaire was kind of lined up. So I thought we were talking about dating.
Oh, so you're dating, you're traditional.
No, dating I'm moderate. Like I can go traditional ways about dating, but in other ways
So generally you're moderate, but there are some things that you are traditional about when it comes to dating.
Right.
So what are those?
So like, courting, I feel like men should court women. Especially if, you approach the woman, you're pursuing her. I feel like men should court their women, take them on dates, open the door for them, and, do things like
chivalry.
that. Chivalry.
Yeah.
What I don't think as far as traditional is the whole like people date to immediately marry. I don't feel like that should be the thing. I feel like you should take your time when it comes to dating, especially because, you can know somebody for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you still don't know them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people...
You think you should sleep with someone before you marry them?
Yeah, I
Why?
do. Because who wants to marry somebody you don't know if the sex is going to be good?
Well, I mean, that's something which can become good.
It could, but I feel like if you realize the flaws of where it already is messed up, you could kind of determine whether or not you want to continue to deal with that person sexually. I don't know. It's different for everybody, but me personally, if I feel like you can't give oral good now, I don't think I'm going to be able to teach you. 'Cause it's just something.
Wouldn't the experience of the person who's marrying the other person, they would be equally yoked in that experience?
No, not really. It depends.
Well, I mean, if they're both virgins, they're equally yoked, right?
Well, yeah, if they're both virgins, you didn't say that.
Yeah, but it's implied because if you're saying should people have sex before they get married, there's an implication there that they're not having sex, right?
Yes.
So then the question is, I mean, it's kind of important though, right?
It is important, but I do feel like you should have sex before you just decide to marry someone. That's just my personal opinion. Because what if the chemistry isn't there either? Like you say, you can teach
chemistry
someone
must be
to
there
have,
if you're getting married.
Sexual chemistry and like emotional chemistry can be a bit different.
Yeah,
But you can...
Wait a second. This is so weird because you told me, what if you meet a chick and Dreamweaver's playing in the background and you know she's the one just by looking at her? But now, how would we ever know unless the guy came into both your vaginas, right? Like, how the fuck would you know?
Well, you can just have a cute little me-cute moment.
Just like,
Let me have my moment.
I'm just saying.
No,
it's
I
always
just answered the
Schrodinger's
question.
feminist around here.
No, but that's not. It's just like there's a difference between like the chemistry you get when you look somebody in the eyes and you're like, oh yeah, I wanna.
Well, is it
pull your
Dreamweaver
clothes off?
and they're the one, or do they
Or
gotta,
there's like-
or do you gotta have sex first?
And then there's like the butterfly moments.
Right.
But then they have to collide at some point. You can't, but then sometimes you can't actually marry.
But don't you feel like the person who you're having the butterfly moments with, who you're way into, the sex is gonna be good?
No,
That's how you
always.
feel, but it's not always like that. That's the thing.
And the person that you have this great like sexual chemistry with might not be somebody you can actually date as
Or
well.
marry.
Like so they're like interchangeable.
So now feelings don't matter.
Right, now there's an objective standard that must be met before we get to anything else.
I
right?
mean, that's just my opinion. I can't speak for anyone else here.
Okay.
Well, okay, so you said that you are traditional in some ways when it comes to dating. For example, you want chivalry from a guy, right? Which is rather traditional. You said you wanted, say it again, you wanted what, like doors open, paying for first dates? Mm-hmm. In your own words, though.
Yeah, I said opening doors, planning first dates or treating people out to first dates.
Okay.
You know, getting to know that person on a more intimate level.
Okay. So
Things like that.
a couple follow-ups here. So actually really quick, just around the table to get everyone involved in this. Who should pay for the first date?
Man,
Whoever
Who?
got the money.
Whoever got the money?
Yeah, because
Wh-
sometimes don't
Okay.
mind paying. Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
I think whoever insinuated the date.
Whoever started the date, okay.
I think the guy should first, and then on a second date, the girl should.
Okay.
I think either 50-50 or whoever insinuated it. Whenever I go with guys, I always offer to pay. But if they are adamant about, no, I'm man, I have to pay, I'm not going to argue.
The guy.
Okay. And just going back to, I think it was you who said, well, whoever asked should pay. Do you ask, have you ever asked a guy out
Yeah.
on a date? Have you ever asked a guy out?
have.
And you've
I have
paid?
paid, yeah.
Okay. Not just for your half, but you paid for the whole thing?
Both. I took a guy
Okay.
to the Sphere the other day.
Okay.
Was it fun?
It was so good.
So going around the table again, though, if the guy didn't pay for the first date, say like perhaps going in you didn't know and he proposed to split the bill, would there be a second date?
no.
Yes.
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 No, because, and I feel like everyone said yes so quickly.
Right, because I was going to explain, but it's okay.
So, well, my no is because that's a symptom of so many other things. Like I'm all for people being partners. I think people are partners in different ways, and in my opinion, especially if we're talking about first date, you know, and it's like, oh, we have to go 50-50. It's a symptom of other things. It's not. It shouldn't be about the money. It's not about the money. It's a symptom of a lot of other things.
Couple more follow-ups for everybody here. For those of you who said yes, the guy should pay. In marriage, do you take your husband's last name?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you. I forgot who
I was
said
about to say no,
yes.
It
Or,
wasn't me. I just don't want to
Hello?
be married, so I can't
Hello?
answer that
I
question.
quite like my surname.
wait, did you say yes, men should
No,
pay?
you said whoever insinuates
Right,
the date.
whoever.
So
Yeah.
not you.
Well, I mean, some of you said, well, yes, I do ask, but the whole like, well, whoever asks should pay is kind of
I guess-
arbitrary because men are overwhelmingly initiating first dates, so it's kind of like men should pay.
I think if they
basically.
got a nice surname, yeah, maybe I'll double barrel it otherwise.
Okay, so who else said yes, the guy should pay? Did you?
For the first date, yeah.
For the first date, in marriage, will you take your husband's last name?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I'd have to have that conversation.
Why
okay.
not?
I'm so glad I'm not dating donated $100. Blacklist traditional. If my memory is right, in your lead role as the protagonist in the hit movie starring Jason Statham, The Meg. I don't remember you wearing anything when you escaped the trench.
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad I'm not dating. Thank you for your patronage,
lives
man.
on.
That guy has the best name ever, by the
Great
way.
name, super solid. Wait, so you said though you would split, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I also am against legal marriage.
Legal marriage.
Yes, I don't believe that the government should have anything to do with a marriage.
Oh,
I believe
okay.
that's between two people and God.
Sure.
So a covenant marriage?
Yeah, theoretically.
So then you would take your husband's last name.
I'm not sure on that yet.
Well, I don't
You
understand.
you guys speak into the mic.
Okay, so you're Catholic?
No.
Okay, what's your denomination?
I was raised Orthodox, but I would say I'm non-denominational now.
Yeah, so then you're taking your husband's name, right?
Like I said, that's a conversation that I would have to have with him. I don't know at this time.
Well, if you're going to go to the Orthodox Church for a covenant marriage with your crowns, what's your spiritual father going to say?
As far as the taking the last name, though, I don't think, to me personally, I don't think it's that important. But if it means a lot to him, maybe I would take his name.
Well, he's the head, right?
That's true.
And if he says you're taking the name, you're taking the name, right?
I might. I'm not opposed
Well,
to it.
what do you mean might?
I'm not opposed to it.
I don't
completely,
get it. I
but
don't get the might here.
I just.
He's the head, yeah?
Yes.
Orthodox marriage, covenant marriage, right?
Yes.
So you get the marriage, get your crowns, get all that. Everything is great. Your husband says, you're taking the name. You
Then
just took.
I would.
Okay.
Then I
All
would.
right,
Like I said, I'm not opposed to it. It's just.
What about you?
The question was, would you take your husband's last name? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So going back to you, traditional. You want chivalry. You want men to pay for first
She's
dates.
like,
I regret
you're trying to
saying
make
that
this,
so
this
bad.
stand. I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay, so did a little. We do research on everybody. You do. I mean, you were pretty clear that you have an OnlyFans. In your OnlyFans, we can't pull it up, but it states. Where's my fucking reading glasses for this shit? Hold on. You're a bisexual content creator. You have 42 triple D titties, 53-inch ass, fat pretty pussy, and a wet mouth. You do full-length XXX videos, explicit and nude all the time. Boy, girl, solo, anal,
Girl.
pussy play, BJ, toys, kink, fetish friendly. On your Twitter, there's videos of you nude and S-ing the D. My dear, you are not traditional.
I didn't say I currently was. I said certain things about the dating world.
But
You'll be
don't you-
traditional in the year 3000.
traditional.
The year 3000,
I didn't
you'll be
say
traditional.
that's what goes on
No,
now.
you like traditional treatment from men, but you're not a traditional woman.
No, I'm not a traditional woman.
But so, I mean, this is a problem that I see in the dating marketplace. If you're not a traditional woman, I don't think you're deserving of traditional treatment.
But it's free shit, right?
Listen, what you think
Right.
I'm deserving of has nothing to
Well,
do with
no, but-
what I do get. See, that's
That's
the
a good
difference.
point. That is
That's
actually
the difference.
no, but that's a very good point you make, because I agree with you on your point. Despite you not being a traditional woman, men are still
Yes.
going to give a non-traditional woman traditional treatment, which I object to, but I acknowledge 100% that even the most modern non-traditional women still somehow,
Yes.
it's not even somehow, it's evident that they still get traditional treatment from men,
Yes.
because that is what, I don't know,
Some men are just men.
but
Like,
my
they
view.
They just treat people nicely.
Now it's one, but it is different though. It's one thing for, well, you may still get it, but in the, if we're talking about, well, dating's not fair, life's not fair. It occurs to me that why are men still holding to their, why are men doling out traditional treatment to non-traditional women? That's my issue with it. And if it was your expectation, and you said there wouldn't be a second date if
There wouldn't be a second date
the guy didn't pay for
the first one,
first date
after he initiated.
So that's an
yes.
expectation on your behalf, that you have an expectation that men give you traditional treatment, despite the fact that you yourself, by your own admission, are a modern, non-traditional woman.
Yes, and I stand firmly on
So how
that.
do you reconcile
I-
yourself not being a traditional woman, but expecting and demanding traditional treatment from men?
Because it's free shit, right?
I mean, yes, in a sense, it is free shit. Number one, but number two, it's not that I demand it. It's just what I want. You know what I'm saying? It's not a need. It's a want. That's what
yeah, it's
I
like
want.
everyone wants to be treated like a princess, no matter what they do for a job.
But I feel
and it doesn't matter
I
if the
feel
job
like
makes
you kind of answered your own question though too. You said, why do men do traditional things for non-traditional women? What do you think that they want?
Well, I think there's a couple components here. Obviously, there's some societal and cultural, what's the right term for it? Leftovers. There's still like a sort of
Scarcity.
It's not that, but like
Traditional woman.
if it's sort of like a competition pressure. So if other men are going to give non-traditional women traditional treatment, those women still have some reason to still expect it, even though they're not deserving of it. If men are still willing to give it despite the absolute degradation of traditional behavior on the woman's part, well, there's a dating pressure and a market pressure for the behavior on men's part to continue. So like, even if you are totally non-traditional as a woman, but like you still like, oh, if he doesn't pay for me, and like I'm not going to continue dating him. And if like women, there's enough women who have that, who hold the line on, even though I'm not traditional, you still have to be a traditional. And if a big enough cohort of non-traditional women hold that line, there's going to be a mating pressure on men to still continue to be traditional, to give traditional treatment.
Okay.
So
No, I see where you're coming from.
yeah.
But I just feel like, I don't know, like you said, you don't feel like non-traditional women are deserving of it. You know what I'm saying?
You're not deserving of it.
That's
hey,
what
good
you
for you. You
think.
still get it. It's
That's
not.
what you think.
Well, I think I'm righteous on this position.
Why?
Well, it just seems
Because
in the
I
interest.
do porn, I'm not deserving of traditional treatment.
Well, here's my approach to it. Traditional women ought to get traditional treatment. Traditional men ought to get traditional treatment. It's just like equality is not really a buffet. Like you get to pick and choose the equality that benefits you, the modernity that benefits you. But let me hold on to these. Like I still want a guy to be chivalrous, when there was a more traditional social order, those things benefited women. But now that we're not in a traditional social order, we're in a modern social order.
But why does a job make somebody untraditional? Because like I'm not my job, and I don't know why people
doing porn is like having photos of yourself nude and like doing adult content with other men out there in public is like one of the least traditional things that you could do.
Oh my god, no, it's not. Porn's been around for as long as there's been nude magazines.
Not oldest, most traditional. You didn't say old, historical. Like it's not an historical account of how old it is. You said traditional.
Mike Davis donated $100. What's up, big girl? Forget them. Mike Davis will show you a life you didn't know existed. I just got a F450 truck that accommodates your figure. Brand new heavy-duty tires too. How I slide in.
And them DMs.
Okay.
Love Mike.
Would you date a guy who owned 150 plus Burger Kings?
Yeah,
There-
he got
there he
money.
is.
What you mean? Come on, Mike. He owning them franchises. I like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like wingman for Mike Davis here. Mike Davis, me and him go way back. He actually saved me once from a bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Are you serious?
Me and him were camping, right? Like, you guys think like, I got black friends, right? Me and him were camping, right? And like fucking, the bear came. We left some food out accidentally. We left some Cheetos and what's
Having Cheetos camping?
Cheetos?
What type of camping
don't
do
think
you do?
I don't know. You're having there were pork rinds and Cheetos, and it was a great, just me and him, totally heterosexual, platonic fun.
Okay.
And bro, listen, we're wilderness men. We're wilderness men, and I was passed the fuck out, right? Because those pork rinds really fucked me up. Holy shit, that fucking computer came out of nowhere. So he the bear, he fucking busted out some bear spray, sprayed that motherfucker.
I call cap.
No, this happened. This totally happened.
Oh, he bear maced it?
Yeah, so if one of the big things women look for in a man is the ability to protect. Protectors. He will, if you're ever fucking camping with this guy, he's the fucking guy you want to be camping with. He'll fuck up a bear.
W wing.
Okay, all right.
All right, Mike.
Thank you, Mike Davis. Appreciate it. What were you talking about?
Traditional,
being traditional.
traditional and
Oh, you were saying
non-traditional.
why does your job? Look, it's not traditional. To
One is like,
What do you
I don't
mean you're not your job though? You said that.
like the same way that the person I am at home, like when I'm not the two pussy princess, when I'm chilling and relaxing and having a nice time and not having to think about like how I look on camera, what people are going to think of me, what I have to say, they're not the same person. She's actually kind of nice sometimes. And like, do you know, like, that's the person I want to be loved, and I want someone to love. I don't give a toss what people think about the two pussy princess. Yeah, hate me, love me. I've got a cool party trick. I have 2 vaginas. But like, the real person that was like the person that I am outside of it, because it's not all real. That's the person that wants to be treated like a lady, that wants the door held open for that wants the door held open for her, that wants to be loved and wants a man to embrace her and make her feel special.
And do you think that you had something? Go ahead.
I guess I'm trying to reconcile how you commodify something and sell it, and then it's something that does directly infringe into your personal life, because I would say your body is your personal life. I mean,
It's like acting.
But it's not like acting. I mean, it's acting. I feel like acting is very different than what we're talking about.
Can I chime in? I understand completely what she's saying, and I just feel like society makes it hard for people to differentiate between a person and their career or their job. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but if you don't want to date someone who, you know, is any other profession, it's kind of like that's the hazard pay. As someone might not, you know,
I didn't say that. I didn't say like, I understand at the end of the day, my job, if they've got a problem with it, they've got a problem with it,
Right,
and they
that's
don't
not
have
what
to
she's
date
saying.
me. What I'm saying is that like the Annie Charlotte, my life that I live, that's not the girl I want people to love. The girl I want people to treat me right and make me feel special is the girl that isn't on camera.
But I understand.
No one
These
said
are
you
not
couldn't be
disconnected
loved.
things.
What's difficult about it
How?
Because they're two completely different, like, it's like 2 completely different personalities.
But I mean, like, the qualities you have do play into the type of job that you get. So it's like,
I mean,
you are.
No, I can't.
Why? I
agree
could
with
have
that.
gone into something
can't
else. I
agree
just
with that.
wanted to go into this. I could have done a different job.
I just find it hypocritical to want to have all the benefits of a traditional man while
I'm
not
so
being
glad I'm not dating donated $100. I am not my job. Derek Chauvin should have used that argument in court with your logic.
Wow.
well, I mean, he's making a good point. He's making a good point. Like, you can't just disassociate yourself, the person, from the job. The person is in the job. They're still the person.
I don't think he made a good point at all, because he was on duty when he did what he did.
Yeah, but
So
he's still the person.
But are you not on duty when you're making OF content?
But that's not what she said, though. She said when she's not on camera, when she's not doing content, when she's not making
I think
videos.
everyone, regardless of what you do
So
for
it's
work,
different.
it deserves love and deserves a loving partner. But I think it's unrealistic to expect to be treated in a traditional way while not carrying yourself in a traditional way. I just find that very hypocritical.
No, I don't I disagree with your opinion, because like we just talked about, there are women who are untraditional and they still get traditional treatment. So it's not unrealistic. It's just rare.
But you even stated you don't want long term.
Right, I don't.
That doesn't mean that's not going to change.
Right, just because I don't want a
But a
long-term relationship
traditional-
doesn't mean I don't want a man to treat me with traditional treatment.
there
It
is-
doesn't mean I don't want a man to
But there
court
is something
me.
that men, if you're looking for a guy to treat you traditionally, there is something that they're investing in. They're investing in a relationship. You know, it is
But
an
not all
investment. Hold
men
on,
do
let me
that.
finish.
No,
my
you're
point.
right.
It's reciprocal.
Mike Davis donated $100. Brian, not gonna lie, we run that back. I'm letting you get mauled and I'm pulling out the popcorn too. I like big girl BC. We know she's a platinum Burger King costumer. She put spread in my pocket. Gratitude.
Sorry, Mike. I hate to break it to you, but I do not eat Burger King. That is not where I go. Chick-fil-A and Wendy's get all my money, baby.
What if it's
Sorry.
for
Oh, that was
freebies?
such a banger comment, though.
Disgusting. Burger King is disgusting. Okay.
Please don't insult Mike Davis's.
I'm not insulting him. I'm
He's-
insulting.
Didn't he
the
just buy you a
food.
truck?
He didn't buy it. He didn't buy it.
Oh, okay.
If he
Then
did,
we're
would you
okay.
eat Burger King?
Look,
In support.
but look, I mean, look, doing like having nude photographs of yourself out there, sleeping with other men for work, porn. It's not traditional.
Right. We're
It's
not.
traditional.
I'm not
Well,
disagreeing with
she's
that.
saying that there's well. It's,
I'm not
that's her-
saying that.
Oh,
well,
that's,
actually, I
that's
got
the
that.
basis of the conversation.
I really
Here.
wanted her
Well-
to finish her point though, because
Oh,
she
was there more?
she
Oh,
was
you're right. You're
getting
right. Go
at
ahead.
something,
Continue.
yeah.
Continue. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was just saying that building up to the point of there's something reciprocal in relationships. And if you're looking for a traditional guy, I promise you that reciprocity and what they're investing into in time, in money, in paying for a date, in, it's all reciprocal. And it's different if you're a non-traditional guy versus a traditional guy, what you think you're investing in versus
Tracy
what
on
you're
Tilt
not.
donated $100. Which girl? I don't mean to be rude with my questions. I am merely curious with the choices you made and why. I pray you find God. In the meantime, don't put a spell on me, please. Davis, haha, love ya.
I just do light magic, sweetheart. I don't do black magic.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. Go ahead with your point.
And so, like, where was I? The reciprocity is kind of what I was getting to, but really, it's like if love's what you want, then go for it. I guess the point here is, it changes what guys are willing to put into a relationship for people who are living traditionally and
Right.
not going down non-traditional paths. And that's not even a judgment on either one. It just, what it does is it creates an environment where all guys are bad guys. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't want to pay for the first date. I think that the nice guy trope is sad, because I think that guys have a biological tendency to want
Chuck
to do
trapped
that.
in the fishnets donated $106.69.
What?
Alexis looks like a high school dropout, fatherless, alcoholic, low-budget stripper, but I would still smash for show and hit from the back, even though the back shot wins probably smell like SeaWorld.
What the fuck?
I don't think I understood that.
Shark
I
trap
appreciate
in
the
fish
silence
net.
from everyone.
The Meg lives on.
They really like to interrupt you with the TTSs. Did you have more?
I do. Well, I feel like I need to wrap it up now because they're coming
trying to
in.
interrupt
Yeah.
you,
No,
yeah.
it's really just that I think stuff that I think of is how it actually affects like a traditional path. And I feel as though guys, even if they are looking for a traditional woman, they look less, I feel as though they're less apt to put that value and put the time in if they think that it's just going to be turn into some short-term thing and it's not going to be a long-term thing.
Okay.
Well, so can I want to dive in on this real quick. On the
You hate me. Yes.
I do. But anyway,
Yeah, I get it all the time.
all right, so how does a guy disassociate? Like, okay, he wakes up in the morning and he pours his coffee and he's like, I'm going to go to work, honey. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to go fuck dudes. Like, how would he disassociate you, the girl with the Dreamweaver, in the background, from the you who goes and gets like, double vagina hump during the day? Like, how do you get away from this?
I don't know. I haven't met him yet. And I hope I do. But the thing is, not yet, because I'm so not ready to settle down. I'm in my technically prime of my career. I'm gonna be.
Can somebody just read it?
Says, I'm not my job. I've heard so many 304s go on about how they love being violated, thrown around, and used as rags. Don't fool yourself, redhead.
Oh, okay, thank you. Don't fool yourself, redhead. I do like that. Yes. I do. Who doesn't? Am I supposed to not want that?
I personally don't like being violated, but that's just me.
Oh, not actually. Sorry, I don't mean I want to be violated. I mean in the sense in the bedroom.
You want me to read it, Brian?
This is no.
Oh, okay.
I like to be thrown around in the bedroom, but I also like to be. Why can't things be separate? Why can't I want a nice guy to like the other me and do my job, and then also have nice intimacy that sometimes can be rough and sometimes can be nice. Like, you can like both. I don't really understand why, because I do my job. I didn't really understand that comment. What were they trying to say to me?
They're still diving in on the disassociation. So they're just saying, how does anybody disassociate you from the fact that you say, well, this is just a job? It's like, okay, I get it that you think of it as just a job, but how do I disassociate you, the person, from what it is you do? Like,
because you get
Bob
to
the
know
Builder,
the actual
right?
me.
He's Bob the Builder,
but you
and you're
get
like,
to know
girl, the only fan. You know
but
what
you
I mean?
get to know the actual me, because obviously the online personality that I have isn't the real me. Like the home me that like goes on dog walks every day and loves my mum unconditionally and cries all the time sometimes.
Yeah,
but
those are all aspects of you.
Yeah, that I don't show online.
Yeah, but those other things are also aspects of you.
Yes, but they're two different, separate. Like the one
They're
is
not
a work.
separate. They're both you.
Well, they are though, because when you get into this kind of industry, it's not like you put your full self out there. There is a second. You have to have a second skin. Being online is so hard. You have to take all the like mean comments, all the everything.
Nobody else is having sex but you, right? It's you. You're
well, I
doing
have two,
that.
so technically one can do
Yeah,
that, and the other
but
one doesn't
it's
have
you,
to.
and then it's
maybe.
yeah, I'm just saying
yeah.
it's you, and then it's also you. It's still you.
Yeah, I see what I see where you're going with it, and I understand. But I think what she's trying to say is that when we log on or when we make our videos and things like that, it's a fantasy that we're selling. So in our mind, because this is a job, this is something that we're doing to get paid, that's not all that we are. You know what I'm saying? To people out here,
I
that's
agree.
what we are to them. But you know, when
Yeah,
we
I
have
agree.
conversations like this, we say, yeah, we're not just that. We're not just our job. That's the point.
Yeah,
that she's trying
I
to
understand what you're saying there too. You're saying, look, there's other aspects of me besides just this type of sex work that I do.
make. Right.
I get it. But you also have to own the fact that it's also you doing the sex work.
No, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree with you. I
not
agree with you
disagreeing
on
that. I'm not disagreeing that I'm trying to ask a man to completely dissociate them. But I am asking for like, he's got to accept my job. At the end of the day, it's not going to work out. But I am asking for him not every time he look like. I'm asking for the respect you get doing your job. As you just said, no one's going to love us. No one's going to respect us. But I'm just saying the at-home me that sits down and sits through a movie with my partner, she wants some respect. She wants some love. And that was all I was saying.
Can I interject? But I mean, it's the truth though. A lot of these guys, they don't care what a whore has to say. You know, it's the truth. Like, they don't care. So even if you spill your guts out, when they watch this, they're gonna be looking like, shut your whore up. You know?
Actually.
So it's like,
Okay.
at the end of the, I mean, it's the truth though. They don't care because we are the tainted meat, and they see us as lower than. You know, I see people comments. I read through a lot of stuff, and they don't care that you want to be loved when
No.
you go home. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you already have to come to that realization
yeah.
and say, I don't give a shit.
Well,
if I
that-
got-
I
isn't-
feel like that's definitely true. But I
But isn't
feel
their
like,
motivation actually for reformation? So since it's like
to what?
the motivation of shame is usually for reformation. So the motivate now there's just some people who are just fucking mean. I agree, right? There's just some mean people out there.
Absolutely.
But I think for the most part, shame has a place in society is trying to reform people out of behavior
It is-
that
that's
you would
true.
prefer to not see.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if the social shame, always the stigma is towards the sex work, isn't that a
I
form
mean, but
of
it's people
social
who wanna see
reformation?
it, though. What about the people who do want to see it? I mean, y'all speaking on
Yeah, I
everybody
get
who
it.
dislike it, but there's not going to be.
Yeah, but they're trying to shame those people too.
That's fine.
but that stuff's been like since. I like to get
Yep.
onto the point of it's been since the beginning of time.
Moving on. All right.